Good day, Treasure here, and welcome back to Star Trek Frontiers. Federation is coming in super strong. I thought the Klingons were really ahead of the game, but they were kind of blitzing, Mage Knight styles to the city. But meanwhile, the Federation is just cleaning up. Look at all the Federation posts. In fact, it's getting to the point where the Klingons need to consider possibly burning down planets, anything to get points. They might even need to retake some of these Romulan starbases owned by the Federation. Picard should be here, by the way. That's actually going to stuff a whole bunch of things up. That means he should have only drawn to 4... 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so just stick that in there. Okay, so I think that's all done. That's the only fix we need to do. Let's get straight into this, starting with Ursula, who's finally getting a turn. She is in a lot of trouble. She has a double diplomacy there. She has not got the long range or she's got 4 diplomacy, which is just not enough. Draw the top card from the advanced action deck. I don't think there's anything in this advanced action deck anymore. There's only 2 cards left. Everything else is over here. So all the good stuff is basically taken. So this card's kind of dead. Search another ship's discard pile. Choose one action card you find there and use either effect of that action card for free. Afterwards, return the action card to the ship's discard pile. That is 4 diplomacy. We can get another 4 diplomacy from Picard. 5 diplomacy. Can't take these cards. I don't think there's any higher than 5. 4 diplomacy, yeah. This is a very good card for it to take from people's discard piles. Yeah, so I don't really know what to do with her. We can use her ability to go 1, 2. So we need to produce 4 movement, basically. What is her reputation? Her reputation is -1. This guy can be hired. He costs 9. So we need to produce 10 to hire that person, which would be very good. So we can produce 4. We need the movement. And then we also need to do this. So we need a blue mana for starters. There's definitely a blue mana. We then need a red mana, which we don't have. Yeah, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so again, it's just really, really hard for her. I think what she's going to do is she's going to cast... What has she done with her? She hasn't drawn any of her diplomacy yet because she's drawing so slow. Only 10. I really don't know what to do with her. There's a double combat here. It's probably her best bet. What she got for combat, she's got no combat at all. So can we produce... What is it? Is there someone cheaper than that? Oh wait, she can hire from the city. Which city do we own? We own the Yellow City, which is where she is. So she can hire from the city. This girl's 11. This girl is 11, or this guy. All crew members in your away team discard all wounds at the end of this turn. That's pretty amazing. All enemies use all resistances. 7 and 9. 11 plus we need 12. So we can produce 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 by herself. This guy can produce 4. She cannot produce a red mana. Oh, we can get a red mana this way, actually. So we can go... That is 4 diplomacy. That is 4 diplomacy. 4, 5, 6 diplomacy we've produced. So we need to produce another 6 diplomacy. Oh, 6. I think it's just a tiny bit too hard. Search another ship's discard pile and choose one action card you find there and use either effect of that action card for free. So we need to produce 6 and we can't because Yeah, so we're basically one card short. And I've already used my repair card. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can possibly do better. So I'm going to discard this and this. Actually, I'm going to discard the blue one just to do a repair. So what we're doing here, we're actually discarding one action card to discard our wound. Let's discard this as well. And let's draw back up to 5. Oh, you know what I've been forgetting? We're at a city. Don't we get like a plus card draw on conquered cities? Bam. So basically, your hand limit is too high if you have the most faction tokens. If a tie, you receive the bonus if you are the tie player who placed the faction token there first, which is weird. So I'm just going to say that she's going to draw 2 cards because I probably forgot to draw a card for her anyway. And you actually move physically into the Borg space when you conquer them and place your guy on these things, which we haven't done. So she is technically on here, and we're even, and because we are playing co-op and we've got even here, I'm just going to say she can draw 2. We'll have 2 extra cards before we started, so we would have had, that's what our hand would have looked like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 2. We still don't have the actual diplomacy, so I'm going to discard this and discard this. And I think I'll discard this and discard this. And we draw up to 7. Beautiful. Might have a chance now. Okay, and now it is Cisco's turn, who is completely wounded. So he's going to discard this and just remove all, oh actually, yeah, and remove all of these from his hand. He's still got this movement and +2 movement, so he is going to use his +2 movement to move over here and grant himself another blue crystal at the end, and he draws back up to 6. Now, even though he did a emergency repair by discarding all those wounds, because this isn't playing a card, he can still use this ability. Bam! And he's got a lot of action for next turn. Now we have the Picard, who has tons of stuff going on. We've got masses of diplomacy. And we haven't used any cards, basically. And he is at a Romulan... He is at a Dominion outpost, which I think means he can snark gore, which is exactly what he's going to do. Bam. So he is currently at 0, which is low for Picard. We need to produce 9, which we should be able to do very easily. For starters, we have this guy. So that's just bang. That's 4. Well, actually, let's just do this. You bam. You bam, and we'll go you bonk and you bonk. Diplomacy 9, gain reputation +3, and if we're +5, which we won't be, so 9 diplomacy, reputation +3. This guy costs 9, so he is hired, and we get reputation +3. 1, 2, 3. Excellent. You blonk. Yoing. Oh, another black and a red. We just rolled the exact same dice. And now we can draw up to 7 because we are 6 plus planning. What I should have done is discarded those some of this other stuff because I'm trying to dig out my cue card. Anyway, whatever. That's the end of his turn, and he just picked up a really nice, juicy unit. Long-range torpedo attack 3 without any mana. That is crazy. Okay, and now we have Martok, who is really in a bit of a bind here. Where is he at? You know, I really don't know what I'm supposed to do with him. I'm going to go bam and go bam and actually draw 2 cards. Because why the hell not? And he's still got no movement at all. Oh, no, this is movement. During this combat, you may spend move points left over. So let's just go bam, go 4, 5, 6 movement. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, so we need 7 movement to harvest that debris field. So it's 4, 5, 6, 7. And he has also done his turn. You blam, and he draws to 6, 7, 8, because he is also in the ball cube. Right. So he can produce 5 diplomacy, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So let me just see. So that's 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And we only need 11. And, oh, and he's like +3. Yeah, so he's basically set. Excellent. Well, that is the end of that, and I will see you guys next time.